feel you want to. That's one of the good things about being online is we get so much freedom to just be and do. You can be outside like Lori is. You can have a nice open space like Crystal's having right now. So you just get to enjoy yourselves in the best way you can. So welcome, good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you are. My name is Francia. Today's class is our mindful movement and sound healing. We're going to begin today with a little bit of a mindful meditation. So again, finding yourself in a comfortable position. That could be standing, that could be seated, that could be laying down, any variation that feels right for you. Just give yourself a moment to arrive onto your mat. And I like to close my eyes, but you are welcome to just gently gaze down to the earth. Or maybe just keep your eyes open, observe the space around you. Take a nice deep inhale and a slow exhale, and then see if you can kind of surrender with that exhale any tension or tightness. See if you can let go of things that no longer serve you. And that can be a big statement to make. So just take a few breaths here to see what that means to you. What does it mean to let go of things that no longer serve? How do you embody that in your body? What kind of sensations arise as you consider that thought? And gently allowing ourselves to come back to our breath, observing the movement of our breath, whether it's the physical movement as the lungs expand and the chest rises and the belly expands with the inhale, and then noticing as everything kind of sinks down and relaxes with the exhale. It will be the physical manifestation of our breath. You can notice or observe how the emotional manifestation of this breath feels. Maybe as you inhale, you feel full. And maybe as you exhale, you feel release or emptiness. And it can be the logical or mental manifestation of the breath, providing oxygen to your body, releasing toxins from your body with the exhale. And just observe here. Now let's go ahead and start to bring awareness to the body. One of the places of tension that most stands out for us many times is the shoulders. So we'll start there. Bring awareness to the shoulders, the tops, the fronts, the back, even up to the side of the neck. And notice if you feel any tightness or tension there. And perhaps you do, perhaps you don't, but just be aware of that area. Visualize what it looks like, the muscles, the tendons, the ligaments underneath the skin. Maybe if there's tension, you can see some knots or some tightness of the muscles. And seeing if you can allow yourself with the next exhale to visualize those knots releasing, letting go, stretching, lengthening. And we're going to do the same thing in the area of our hips. So draw your awareness to the hips. Observe if there's any tightness or tension there, any discomfort, any pain. Anytime during this practice, you are welcome to adjust or move if you are feeling discomfort or pain. And observe if this tightness can be visualized as knots, or as tightening of the muscles, And then with the exhale, see if you can notice as those knots start to release, relax, and let go. Creating softness and comfort and ease within the area of the hips. And lastly, we'll draw our attention to the jaw. Bring your awareness there to the area of the jaw from underneath the ears all the way down to the chin. Maybe even within the throat. Many times we hold our tension there as well. See if you can relax your jaw. Let your teeth separate, even let your lips separate slightly. Notice the placement of your tongue. Is it hanging loose, bottom of your mouth, or you're pressing it up towards the roof of your mouth? Can you relax it? Notice the back of the tongue. Let it feel wide and heavy. Notice if you have the need to swallow. And maybe bringing your lips together and just observing that whole area of the jaw. And if there's any other parts of your body where you're feeling a little bit of tension or tightness, where you're feeling your body speak to you ever so slightly or maybe not so slightly. These areas can vary. It could be the knees, the elbows, the hands, the lower back, the head. Whatever other part or parts of your body need to be addressed. Take a few moments here to do the same thing. Visualize the tension that is within the area. With the exhale, visualize those muscles lengthening, the ligaments stretching, letting go of tightness, surrendering to what is, without judgment. Do one more deep breath here. Maybe just kind of overall gazing towards the entire body, feeling the sensations throughout. Slow, gentle exhale. And with the next exhale breath, let's gently begin to draw the chin down towards the chest. And you're welcome to keep your eyes closed as well. Or you can gently start to blink them open. And rolling the shoulders back, opening through the chest. Inhale, lift the chin once more and come back to a nice upright position. We're going to move the arms. So turn the palms up towards the sky and just observe just that gentle change from palms down to palms up and kind of floating in midair. Observe here the muscles that are engaged to keep your arms up, to keep your fingers long. And as we exhale, we're going to draw the hands in towards the shoulders and just let the hands rest on the shoulders for a moment. We're going to use the movement of the arms. We're going to alternate. So with the right arm, we're going to inhale, press that right hand forward. Almost like you're trying to say stop, try to reach through that arm. And with the left arm, we're going to make a fist and draw that left hand in towards the rib cage. And then let's exhale and switch. So the right arm turns into a fist, starts to pull in, the left hand releases, and we start to press it forward. Alternating the sides here. Deep inhale breath, slow exhale. And then again, start to switch. Notice how one hand starts to close and the other one starts to open as we extend and draw back with the opposite arm. Exhale, continue through. Moving at your own pace here with your own breath. Kind of matching up that left and right side of the brain as we move with very easy control and steadiness. So this is mindful movement. Every time we engage and start to move into any part of the body, we're doing it with intention. It's not just movement out of movement. We are meaning to do this. Let's do 2 more just like this. Extending one arm forward, bringing the other back. Exhaling and switching sides. Very gentle with so much control. Last one. Last side, first side of the last one. And exhale, last side of the last one. Good. And gently release both hands down towards your lap or knees and move your chest and rib cage around a bit. Wiggle around in your seat. Now inhale, let's draw the arms up towards the sky. Get a full body stretch. Let's go for a little side bending here. Take your right hand, grab your left wrist, and gently fold to the side. Observe here how the hip of your left side, where you're stretching your lateral side, you're feeling that pressure down towards the earth. Allow your body to open and extend, and maybe gazing up underneath that left armpit or left arm. Inhale, coming back through the center, switch your grip, lengthen through that right side now and take it up and over. And again, observe here as the right knee and hip ground down towards the floor, so you're not tilting yourself up, but you're keeping yourself stable. And then lastly, gazing up towards the sky, feeling the rotation of the torso. Exhale, slowly coming back to center, reach up, maybe gaze up towards thumbs, and exhale, arms down by your sides. Good. Once more here, wiggle out those shoulders, the neck, the head. Moving on a little bit with the head here, so taking the head to the side and feeling the stretch. Doesn't really matter which side you do first, just this side needed a little extra love from me, so I went this way. And then if you like, you can take that same hand and reach it down towards the floor. And then you can use your other hand to allow yourself maybe a little side stretch. So switch your sides, Lori. Yeah, there you go. Good, that's it, looks good, Crystal. And then inhale, slowly coming back to center, we can release, and then we'll do the other side. So tilt the head. Notice here if you need to add a little bit of movement. Release the arm towards the floor. It doesn't have to be palm down, just reaching towards the earth. And then using your other arm to give yourself a little side stretch in the neck. See what difference it makes if you have your hand in front versus your hand out to the side. See how that changes your stretch a little bit. And find what fits better for you today. And then inhale, slowly come back to center. Soften the shoulders, soften the head and neck. Let yourself just totally relax here for a moment. Okay, moving into the spine now. So hands on the knees, tuck the tailbone under, tuck the chin under. Press the shoulder blades away from each other. Create a C shape with your back. So you're trying to really pull in through the abdomen, kind of tilting your way forward with the pelvis. The chin tucks in, and you're gently placing your hands on your knees. You're not holding on for dear life. And then inhale, come back through to center. Observe the tailbone as it starts to change and tilt backwards now. Open the heart, lift the chest. I like to soften my elbows here in the cat pose so I can really expand and open and shine the heart forward. And then maybe just gazing up to the sky or lifting the chin and gazing to the tip of your nose. Exhale, slowly release. Let's do that 2 more times. Rounding into cat. Rolling your pelvis forward. Separating the shoulder blades, holding on gently to the knees, tucking the chin towards the chest, belly drawn in. Inhale, lifting into cow, opening the heart, shining the heart forward, softening through the elbows, extending out through the throat. Chin lifts, the gaze to the tip of your nose or up towards the sky. Last one, exhale at your own pace. Move as you see fit. You can even close your eyes and really come into that internal awareness of the body. Mindful movement allows us to connect with the inner sense of awareness. Flow into cow if you feel ready with the inhale breath. Shining the heart forward. Lifting and opening through the throat. And exhale, slowly coming back to center. We are going to switch the direction of our feet. So whatever foot is in front, go ahead and place that foot behind and bring the other in front. It's going to feel a little bit awkward because it's not the natural way for us to sit, but try it anyway. If it feels too awkward, you can always go back to the first way. Now from here, let's take the right hand to the left knee, and the left hand can reach behind you to the floor, gazing over to the left or gazing back over left shoulder. Now allow your twist to be a place of internal awareness of the body. So as you start to connect with the left hand on the floor, right hand on the knee, you're not necessarily using your arms to twist, but you're using your torso. So imagine the lower belly, right below the belly button, twisting and sliding over towards that left knee. The belly button comes across a little bit more, the rib cage comes across a little bit more, the chest and shoulders a little bit more, maybe you're facing towards that side. And then lastly, the neck and head join in with the party here. So we're using our hands to help support us, but not to bring us into our twist. There's a little bit of a difference here between doing one way versus the other. Now, as you inhale, you lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, you go a little bit deeper if that's allowed in your body. Always checking in. And then exhale, slowly releasing, coming back through to center, taking your time, and just allow yourself to observe what's going on with that left side, what's going on with the right side. Where's my lower back? How's my lower back feeling? And then let's go ahead for the other side. So left hand to right knee, right hand behind. Inhale, extending, and then in the same way, the lower belly kind of twists a little bit to line itself up with that right knee. The belly button goes a little deeper, the rib cage a little deeper, the chest and shoulders start to rotate, and then you use your hands as a little bit of leverage and more so as support. Finally, adding the head and the shoulders, rotating to either sides. Looking back over that right shoulder, steady, easy breathing, holding here. Each inhale lengthens your spine, and each exhale allows you to rotate a little bit deeper. Last breath. And then exhale, slowly coming back through the center, taking your time, softening again through the shoulders, the neck, the head, maybe just moving around how your body feels good. Now we're going to go ahead and extend the legs. Let's give those legs a little bit of a break, and the hips. So go ahead and extend the legs forward. Maybe flex through the feet, point and flex, shake out the legs, wiggle them out a little bit, maybe give them a little bit of love, a little massage, all the way down to the ankles, the feet, the toes. Start to feel connection here to the body. Now, this last year and a half has been an awakening for many, many people. So we're going to work a little bit today on some tapping. And I'm fairly new to the tapping and the techniques, but I think I can guide us through it. So hopefully you'll enjoy the next part of our practice. All right. So tapping, first thing we need to do when we come to tapping is obviously find ourselves in a comfortable position once more. It's no different than when we're going into meditation. If you're not comfortable, tapping won't work, just like meditation won't work if you're in an uncomfortable position. So for me, that's cross-legged. For you, that might be sitting in a chair or sitting in a stool or whatever that feels for you. Okay, now we need to address what it is that we want to bring forth. So that could be doubt. It could be fear. It could be a sadness or something difficult in your life that you are dealing with at this time. Anything really and truly that allows you, that is going to bring your awareness to that. So as I guide, I will be saying some sentences, but I want you to really connect with what it is that you want out of this practice. Okay, so maybe just take a few moments wherever you are, seated, lying down, wherever you are in your body right now, take a few moments to think, okay, what is it that is most pressing in my life right now? Is it a stress from work? Is it financial stress? Is it a family obligation that I need to address? Is it a pain, a physical pain in my body? Is it an emotional situation that I'm needing to deal with? Just bring it into your mind's eye, bring it into your field of awareness for a moment. Just take a couple of breaths, kind of just thinking about that. What is it? What is it that I need to bring in? And it might bring up emotions of, distress or anxiety or whatever it is. And just be okay with that. It's okay. Right now, we're just thinking about what it is that we need to address in our lives. And the next part of our practice is going to be that we commit to accepting ourselves completely in spite of this thing. And I think that's the trick. Because yes, we have all of these things that happen, but if we don't accept ourselves completely in spite of it, we're still not quite there. So allowing yourselves to really create a space of acceptance. And we're going to do this by tapping through different parts of the meridian points of the body. So as we find ourselves nice and upright, give yourself a number from 1 to 10 or from 0 to 10 as to how intense the intensity of this situation is to you. This pain, this sadness, this confusion, this doubt, whatever it is. Where is it in your body right now from 1 to 10? And just put the number out there and let it be. Let it float around. That number is floating around somewhere in the ether. And we're going to start by doing some little karate chops. So you can do this whether by tapping 2 or 3 fingers. I like to use 3 or 4 fingers sometimes on the very pinky edge of your hand, from the wrist to the base of your pinky finger. And as we do this, you can close your eyes and you can start. And you're going to say to yourself, if you're alone or if you don't mind anyone listening, you can say it out loud or you can say it in your mind's eye. Give yourself a couple of breaths, and then we're going to repeat to ourselves, I am feeling, add in whatever it is that you brought into your field of awareness, doubt, sadness, pain in my hip, fear of the unknown, worry about whatever it is. Put in whatever it is that you brought in, whatever it is, the circumstance that you're dealing with. So I am feeling, in my case, I will say doubt. I am feeling doubt. But I accept myself completely. Deeply and completely, I accept myself. And as we repeat that sentence, go ahead and come to the other hand. Same thing onto the other hand. I am feeling discomfort. And I accept myself completely. And this gentle tapping can move up to the base of the pinky finger all the way down to the wrist. And then from here, we're going to take just the fingers of the right hand and tap in the area right between the eyebrows. You can use 2 fingers for this one. And again, repeating your sentence in your mind or out loud. I am feeling stress, financial stress, and I accept myself completely. You can say it once, twice, 3 times, however many times you need to, as you continue to tap rhythmically right at the center of the eyebrows. And then taking both hands now and tapping on the outsides of the eyebrows, right at the edge of the eyes, by the temples. Again, trying to tap rhythmically with both hands, repeating the sentence to yourself. I am feeling worry about the future, and I accept myself deeply and completely. And then allowing the hands to gently move down to the space right below the eyes. And you can kind of make a little half circle from towards the nose and then out towards the edge of the eyes. Or you can just hold in one spot. Again, repeating your sentence. I am feeling physical pain in a certain part of my body. And I accept myself deeply and completely. Then releasing the left hand and bringing the right hand fingers to the space right below the nose and above the upper lip. Again, repeating our sentence. And I know I'm kind of changing things around each time I speak a sentence. I just want to give out ideas, but I want you to stay with your own sentence throughout. I am feeling, and I accept myself deeply and completely. Bringing now those same two fingers underneath the lips, above the chin. Tapping there rhythmically. I am feeling, and I accept myself deeply and completely. And then bringing both hands now to the collarbones, the inside of the collarbones near the throat, just where the little bony protrusion lies. And you're welcome to just stay there. Sometimes it's nice to use all four fingers and kind of move out towards the shoulders and back in towards the throat. You can choose which one feels right for you. And again, repeating your sentence as many times as you wish. I am feeling, and I accept myself deeply, fully, completely. And allowing your left hand to relax and bringing your right hand underneath the left armpit and using those 2 or 4 fingers or 3 fingers to tap underneath that left armpit, a little bit above the rib cage, right around the breast line. I am feeling, and I accept myself deeply and completely. And then allowing the right hand to relax and bringing the left hand underneath the right armpit, right around above the rib cage. Rhythmically tapping with 2 fingers, 3 or 4, relaxing that right arm. I am feeling, and I accept myself deeply, fully, and completely. And then lastly, drawing the fingertips now to the top of the head. You can use one hand or 2 hands, kind of like just tapping onto the crown of your head. You can use 1, 2, 3, or 4 fingers. I am feeling, and I accept myself. I love myself deeply, fully, and completely. And then exhaling, releasing the hands down by your sides, letting them rest wherever they fall or wherever they may, coming to a moment of silence and stillness, observing the body. Observing any changes that may have occurred or may not have occurred. And then you can bring that number that we originally thought up of as our intensity number and see if that number has changed. Maybe it has, maybe it hasn't. But again, you're here, you're present, you're doing the work. And then slowly as we exhale, again, bringing the chin down towards the chest, lengthening through the back of the neck. And let's roll out the neck, bringing chin to left shoulder, chin to right shoulder. Again, chin to left shoulder, chin to right shoulder. Just swaying out the neck, releasing. Blinking the eyes open and lifting the gaze, coming back to center, roll the shoulders back. Okay, I'm going to invite you guys to come to a supine position. So whether you're seated in a chair or you're seated upright, come to a place where you can lay down. And now since most of us get to do this from home, if you're in your room, feel free to lay down in your bed. If you're not in your room, you can lay down wherever it is that you feel comfortable. You can place a cushion underneath the knees. You can place a cushion behind the head or shoulders. Just make yourself comfortable here. And then just take a moment to maybe add a couple of twists to the body. We're going to try to release any tension, anything else that needs to be let go of. We're going to do it here. Good. So maybe some twists, maybe some knees into the chest, maybe some gentle bridges, lifting the hips up and lowering them back down. Just take a moment to move your body in whichever way it needs to be moved. Setting up here for our sound healing. So there is no right or wrong way to move your body. I hope you guys all know that. As long as you're moving with intention and with mindfulness, it's something that a conversation that sometimes we don't always participate in is listening to our bodies. But hopefully with this class and your yoga practice, you start to become more and more aware of what it is that your body needs or craves or wants or is important for it to heal. And I always like to kind of put deep intention of gratitude into this sound healing. I believe that gratitude is one of the main things that allow us to kind of move past very difficult situations. So as you take a deep inhale and a slow, gentle exhale, bring that vibration of gratitude into your space. You can actually physically say, thank you, my body. Thank you for supporting me, for guiding me, for allowing me to experience the world in the way that I get to do. If you have a fridge with food in it, thank you. I'm being grateful for the ability to have food, to be able to feed myself and those around me. If you're laying down in a place that's comfortable, thank you for giving me security, shelter, safety. And anything else you want to add as far as your gratitude is concerned, bring those vibrations into your body, into your space. Remembering that at the end of our sound healing, I will pause for about 3 to 4 minutes of silence. I will not be going away. It'll just be a silent time to let the sounds really kind of penetrate through and absorb. Deep inhale, slow exhale. Perhaps you found yourself falling asleep. Or perhaps you found yourself that edge between wake and sleep. And if the sound of my voice reaches your ears, give yourself the opportunity. Simply come back to this space, this place where you are in, this body, this mind, this experience. And give yourself permission to move in any which way that feels appropriate for yourself. This could be just easy movements of the fingers or toes, or it could be a full body stretch. Take a few moments to come back to the sensations of the body. Come back to this moment. And as you feel ready, you may want to begin to maybe roll yourself to the side or bring the knees into the chest and roll side to side if you're laying down. If you're seated, you may want to do some more cats and cows or some more arms overhead to lengthen or some twisting. And then come back, re-embody yourself here. But still allowing the vibrations of the sounds and the bowls to kind of ring through the body. And eventually, as we find ourselves to a comfortable seated posture, allow your eyes to remain closed if that's comfortable, or gently gazing down towards the earth, trying not to look around the room too much. And as we exhale, we'll draw the palms together at the center of the heart, symbolizing the union of our bodies, our biology, our physical form, our mind, our intellect, our logic, our thinking, and our spirit, our subtle bodies, our connection to a higher purpose, a higher being, a higher source, whatever that may mean for you. And we'll seal all the benefits of our practice today with one sound Om. Exhaling the breath away and inhaling for Om. Namaste.